Hello there, welcome to the garden. A little bit chilly this morning. Technically, I think it got down to, they said 29 Fahrenheit last night, so frost. It should have frozen, but still no frost in the garden, which is just such a proof of this microclimate. It is wild how a little wall garden like this can be so, I don't know, so different than the world on the other side. When we've been having frost on the grass in the mornings, and then in here, I mean, as you can see, my Mexican sunflower there still blooming, okay, before we get into what we're gonna do today, let me go show you just another look at the Mexican sunflower. Tithonia is another name for them. They are just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love them. I think I got the seeds for these from Pinetree seeds. I'll put a link in the description because I do have a discount code with them. It's not an affiliate link, but you know, if you want to get some of these because they're so pretty. Look at these. Gorgeous. I mean, so stunning. And it's November 15th when I'm filming this. Oh, so lovely. And I never get over it. I grew up in Michigan, where obviously, you know, November 15th, it's like, could be snowing. And I still, living here in Virginia, never get over how much warmer it is this time of year. It's just absolutely lovely. So the project for today, while it's still kind of pleasant to be outside, is to do a little bit more cleanup of some of these containers. I do actually still have black petunias blooming, which I think I bought these petunias like in April. Still blooming, but I'm just gonna clean out this container. The pepper plants are also, they're a little dry because I didn't get out to water them yesterday. But I mean, I'm just gonna clean out the grow bags, and then if I want to put something else in those, I can. And just anyways, I'll be a little bit more on like one step ahead of the clean out. So I'm gonna do some cleanup today, just pull out these peppers. Basically at this point, my logic with just cleaning it out is that even though it's warm enough that the pepper plants aren't dying, between the sunlight and the cold temperatures, I can tell they are not ripening at all. So they basically are just kind of stopped in their tracks. So I could let them go as long as I want, you know, up until an actual frost if I wanted to, but it's not going to make them ripen, I guess, and they're just sitting there kind of doing nothing. So I'm gonna clean out this whole area, get everything set up, and let's do some cleanup, because look at that. Oh, we need to fix that. Empty out some of these. As I'm cleaning up, I noticed this. You can see there's no flowers on the top of some of those violas over there, and then here there's a bunch of petals. The squirrels are like, this is squirrel damage. What is going on? I am so confused. The squirrels are like dead, like taking the flowers off of my violas. Doesn't look like they want to eat them though. And then I've noticed them, like, they're eating all of my cabbages. Look at this. This is my ornamental kale. They're just eating it, destroying it. It's so weird. I've never had this happen. I mean, I went kind of crazy with putting out all of the chicken wire because I wanted to keep the squirrels from digging things up, which is usually how they end up damaging everything, but I don't know. So now I'm just gonna take out these peppers, and with the grow bags, because there's such a big amount of soil in these, I do usually leave a lot of the potting soil in the grow bags. I kind of treat it almost like a little mini raised bed, and then I'll refresh them with compost, slow release fertilizer when I go to plant them again. But I don't try to like empty out and toss all of this potting soil, because it takes like 2 full bags of potting soil to fill one of these, and I feel like I'd rather just, you know, try to reuse it, refresh it, and use it for the next plants in the spring. There we go. Get all this out. Look how pretty the color is on this little container blueberry bush. That is a really beautiful plant. And luckily, as you can see, the arugula here, the squirrels aren't eating that, so at least there's something they don't want to eat. Well, there we go. A whole new look in the garden. I popped this chair out here, and I don't know where exactly I'm like wanting to put it, but I keep moving it around. It's kind of nice to have a place to sit out here, especially as, I don't know, we get into like these cooler months, and it's nice when there is a nice day to be able to get out and sit in the sun. That starts to be a real nice part of this garden. Because it is such a little microclimate, it actually warms up out here a lot in the afternoon. In the summer, that is not as pleasant because it gets really hot and it's like you almost don't want to be out here. But in the fall, winter, it's kind of nice because, you know, it's comfortable to sit out and you know, you just can enjoy a little bit of sunlight and being outside. The more that I get out here, the happier it makes me, and the more excited I get about just all the things, and I don't know, you know, planning for next season. Although, as I said in my last video, I don't exactly know what that's gonna look like. We are maybe moving, maybe staying, so I'm trying to kind of figure that out. But I'm starting to think through what I really liked from this past season, what I would want to do again, and still I'm going to try to plan for 4 raised beds, because I think I can make that happen pretty much anywhere that I go. So one of my tasks hopefully will be to go through the my seeds, and I'll share with you my like 4 raised beds plan. But yeah, here she is, looking fresh, sweeping out the leaves. I've got this pile right here, which I just need to like sweep out on whatever day they're picking up all the leaves. We'll get that swept out, but it looks nice. I'm gonna come back down here probably a little later and grab some more arugula and enjoy that and some salads before the squirrels decide that they are going to eat that too. I really like them eating the violas and everything. They're just like taking off all of the flowers. I just swept up a ton of viola like just petals. So I'm trying really hard as I'm trying to get my motivation back up for gardening. I'm trying really hard not to get discouraged by something like that. It is definitely discouraging when you have a pest like that, but I'm going to try to stay encouraged. So next thing I do need to do is water. I've talked about this before, but even in the fall winter garden, it is important to water. I do definitely slow down fertilizing my containers this time of year, just like a little bit, because I don't know, everything's growing slower. But I do make sure I get out here and water, because it does dry out, even though it feels like, I don't know, it kind of feels like it's colder, so things aren't, you know, drying out as much. They do. And if you have like a pavement area like I do, it does get really hot out here, and so everything gets kind of dry. And we'll water in the grow bags. I need to adjust my sprinklers. As you can see over there, I bumped them when I was putting down the mulch, and I still haven't adjusted them. So we got a little bit of spilling. That's okay. And another thing that I'm going to water, so this big grow bag full of dirt, even though there's nothing growing in it, I am going to water it, because You never want to let your soil just, get hydrophobic and totally dry out, or it'll be really hard for you to be able to rehydrate it. So if you have big containers of soil that you're overwintering, that you don't have anything growing in right now, do go ahead and at least, once a week or so get out and water them if you're not getting rain, so that you have nice, happy soil that is going to hold water when you try to grow in it again in the spring, if you're doing that. Okay, here we go. I'm not as you can see, I'm not just over watering everything, because I do come out here every day pretty much to water, but I'm just making sure that we're getting some water in. I'm gonna have to come out here and thin out these carrots. Look how well they're doing. They're looking super great. And here's our milkweed. Still some flowers, even here in mid-November. It's kind of amazing. All right, that is all the gardening that I had to do today. Thank you so much for spending a little time out in the garden with me, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.